Hello, my name is Lisa Green, and I am a language arts teacher at Casa River High School for 7 through 12 students. The lesson plan that I'm going to discuss with you today that involves life skills, specifically social skills. The lesson is called Selecting Friends. This lesson focuses on using a process to determine who would make a good friend and who would not. During this lesson, we will be using graphic organizers. The first step is a T-chart, which will be demonstrated with the student during the lesson. The student will be asked to think of two friends that make them feel good or important or feel valued, and we will be listing on one side of the T-chart the good characteristics of those friends. On the opposite side of the T-chart, we'll be asking the student to think about two people who have done things or said things that are not good, actions and characteristics. What are some things that they did or things about them that you would think of as bad? Once we've determined both good characteristics and bad characteristics, we will move on to the decision-making guide. On the decision-making guide, we will first ask the question, who would make a good friend? The second step in the process will be using the graphic organizer, the decision-making guide. The decision-making guide will be given to the student, and we will focus on the question at hand. Then the student will be asked to choose three people that they know that they would like to become better friends with, and list them underneath the question, who would make a good friend? Pros being good qualities and cons being bad qualities. After the student has shown an understanding for pro and con, we will begin listing pros and cons under each one of the choices. First, we will look at her number one choice, and she will be asked to list the things about that person that she thinks are good characteristics. The student will be asked to list bad characteristics for each one of their choices. It could be actions, it could be behaviors, or it could be past experiences. After the student has listed pros and cons for each, the student will be asked to look over these, determine who of the three is the most likely a potential true friend. Once the student has determined which of the three choices would be the most likely potential friend, they will then be given a selecting friends quiz. This quiz has 4 questions with yes or no answers. If their potential choice scored at least a 3 out of 4 on this selecting friends quiz, then the student will determine if this is a friendship worth pursuing and feel confident in choosing to sit with them during lunch and discuss arranging. This process can be used for more than just choosing friends. For any big decision, you can use a decision-making guide. One of the most important features of this lesson plan is follow-up. The teacher should, on the following day, did you sit with this student at lunch? How did it go? Do you think they have the potential to be a good friend? Do you have plans to spend more time with this person? Once the student becomes familiar with the process and realizes how beneficial it is, I feel like this is a really informative lesson for students with moderate to severe disabilities, emotional disturbance, extreme shyness, children on the autism spectrum disorder, or even really young children, preschool, kindergarten, first grade, including adults. The question is, the only question that would change is Who do I want to play on the playground with? Who do I want to eat lunch with? Or who would I like to spend time with after work? I believe this is going to benefit this student. She has misconceptions about what makes a friend a true friend, and she has had a lot of by students that she thinks are cool and are her friends because they're nice to her. Sometimes that just because someone is nice to you when they first, if that doesn't continue, if they don't continue to be nice, then they're not really a true friend. If they call you names, if they laugh at you, if they whisper when you walk away from the group, if they only spend time with you when it's beneficial to them, when they need something, or this happens to a lot of students, and I feel that having a process that they can go through, practice with this process, and let it become a habit to think through in their mind before they jump into a friendship with someone and confide in them and give it their all. I feel that this lesson plan will benefit this student. She has on many occasions become a social outcast because of her differences, and she has mistook using her for what she could give them or as a form of entertainment, and teaching her to use critical thinking and use a process to determine, is this a true friend? That she needs to look at the, the whole characteristics of a person and not just that first smile. Everyone needs friends that laugh with them, not at them.